Yes, dear viewers, good afternoon and assalamu alaikum. সবাইকে আজকে লাইভে আমরা ওয়েলকাম জানাচ্ছি এবং organized by prominent consultant. Definitely every day we are doing live sessions with our all partner universities and colleges all the way from Canada. এবং আজকে আমাদের সাথে যে পার্টনার ইউনিভার্সিটি লাইভে আছে সেটি হচ্ছে Saskatchewan Polytechnic, which is a very fantastic and very reputed public colleges based in Saskatchewan. And not only in Saskatchewan, in Canada, it's a very good public college, and definitely it's the third largest institution in Saskatchewan province. And definitely we'll talk about this college, everything about this college. But তার আগে আমি একটু অ্যানাউন্সমেন্ট করি, সেটা হচ্ছে যে গতকালকে আমরা একটি অ্যানাউন্সমেন্ট পেলাম ফ্রম দ্য ক্যানাডিয়ান ইমিগ্রেশন বা ক্যানাডিয়ান গভর্নমেন্ট যে স্টুডেন্টরা যারা সেপ্টেম্বর ইনটেকে ভিসা পাবে বা যারা সেপ্টেম্বরের জন্য এনরোল করেছে বা যারা সেপ্টেম্বরে যাওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুতি নিচ্ছে, বাট কোনো কারণে যদি তারা যেতে না পারে বা সামহাউ যদি করোনা পরিস্থিতি বা যদি কোভিড-19 সিচুয়েশন যদি ডাজ নট ইমপ্রুভ দ্যাট মাচ, বা কোনো কারণে যদি এরকম হয় যে ফিজিক্যালি মুভ করা যাচ্ছে না, তাহলে আপনারা অনলাইনে ক্লাস স্টার্ট করতে পারবেন। এবং যদি আপনারা অনলাইনে ক্লাস স্টার্টও করেন, ফর এক্সাম্পল আপনার ক্লাস ডিউরেশন হচ্ছে ফর এক্সাম্পল 2 ইয়ার্স, ওকে, সো 2 ইয়ার্স মানে আপনার 16 মান্থস প্রোগ্রাম। তো এরকম যদি হয় যে আপনি এক সেমিস্টার পুরোপুরি আপনি বাসায় বসে করলেন, সেই ক্ষেত্রে কিন্তু আপনার এই এক সেমিস্টার কিন্তু আপনার ওই 4 সেমিস্টারের মধ্যে কাউন্ট হবে। সো এটা কিন্তু আপনার 4 সেমিস্টার থেকে কিন্তু মাইনাস হয়ে যাবে না। আরেকটি প্লাস পয়েন্ট হচ্ছে যেটা সবচেয়ে বড় মানে সুখবর আমাদের জন্য, সেটি হচ্ছে যে আপনি এক সেমিস্টার যদি বাসায় বসে করেনও, সেই ক্ষেত্রে কিন্তু আপনার জন্য পিজিডব্লিউপি, যেটাকে আমরা বলি পোস্ট গ্রাজুয়েট ওয়ার্ক পারমিট, এটা কিন্তু আপনার জন্য অ্যাজ ইউজুয়াল থাকবে। ধরেন আপনি 4 মাস বা 6 মাস আপনি বাংলাদেশে পড়লেন, আপনি রেস্ট 1 ইয়ার আপনি কানাডাতে পড়লেন, সেই ক্ষেত্রে কিন্তু আপনার যে 3 বছরের পোস্ট স্টাডি ওয়ার্ক পারমিট পাওয়ার কথা ছিল, ওটা কিন্তু আপনি অ্যাজ ইউজুয়াল পেয়ে যাবেন, হুইচ ইজ ডিক্লেয়ার্ড বাই দ্য ক্যানাডিয়ান গভর্নমেন্ট। বিকজ ক্যানাডিয়ান গভর্নমেন্ট তারা কিন্তু স্টুডেন্টদের ব্যাপারে, ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্টদের ব্যাপারে দে আর সো কোঅপারেটিভ, দে আর সো ফ্লেক্সিবল, দে আর সো মাচ সাপোর্টিভ। সো আপনাদের কোনো রকম ওরিড হওয়ার কোনো দরকার নেই যে আপনি ভিসা পেয়ে গেছেন। এবং অনেকে আমাদের কাছে প্রশ্ন করছে যে why should I do online classes because I would like to go to Canada. See, you have to think in your mind that your course is 2 years or 1 year. So if you spend some months, couple of months here in Bangladesh, so at least you can save some money of your living expenses. যেমন ধরেন আপনার if your tuition fee first semester is 6,000 Canadian dollars, 7,000 Canadian dollars, say for example, one semester, and in your one semester your living expense is another 6,000 Canadian dollar. So what will happen if you study in your home, from your home, the living expense of this 6,000 you can easily save, which you can utilize in your next semester as your tuition fee. So আমি বলবো যে it's a great opportunity for you, that this is the right time, you can save your money, and at the same time you should not also need air ticket to purchase air ticket currently. So it will give your that it will save some money for you, and you can also utilize this money, this living expense cost, you can utilize as a tuition fee for your second semester in Canada. So এখানে আপনাদের কোনো ওরিড হওয়ার কোনো দরকার নেই যে আমি অনলাইনে ক্লাস করলে আমার এভরিথিং ইজ সেম অ্যাজ ইউজুয়াল, জাস্ট ইউ আর ডুইং দ্য ক্লাসেস ভার্চুয়ালি। কানাডাতে পড়লে আপনার যেরকম অপরচুনিটি ছিল, আপনি বাসায় পড়লে একই রকম অপরচুনিটি, জাস্ট আপনাকে ক্লাসটা করতে হচ্ছে ভার্চুয়ালি। সো আমার মনে হয় যারা এই বিষয়টা জানেন না, তারা ভালো করে ওয়েবসাইটটি পড়ুন, কানাডার যেটা ইমিগ্রেশন ওয়েবসাইট আছে বা কানাডার যে গভর্নমেন্ট ওয়েবসাইটগুলো আছে, আপনারা ভালো করে দেখুন, এভরিথিং ইজ ভেরি ফ্লেক্সিবল। সো আমরা দেরি করব না, আমরা উইল জাস্ট ইন্ট্রোডিউস আওয়ার গেস্ট, টুডেজ গেস্ট, মিস্টার সুশীল from Saskatchewan Polytechnic. Sushil, can you hear me?
Yes, of course, I can hear you.
Yes, so would you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. And this is a very pious month of Ramzan. I believe all of you are under fasting also, most of you. Our great good wishes to all of you for this month of Ramzan from Saskatchewan Polytechnic. I'm Sushil Seli. I am the regional manager for Saskatchewan Polytechnic, as Syed just mentioned, the largest public college in the province of Saskatchewan. I look after the regions of South Asia, which includes India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, and Pakistan. So today I am here to talk about Saskatchewan Polytechnic, our programs, our location, admission application process, and then later on any question and answers that you have with prominent consultants, our preferred partners in Bangladesh. We are already very confident that you'll get the best of information and services regarding our programs, and most of your questions will be answered. But I'm here to further talk to all of you, and I'll let Sayed talk.
Exactly.
Thank
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sushil, for your interaction. So, Sushil, before starting the part, I mean, I would like to request our viewers, if you're watching this live video, আপনারা অবশ্যই শেয়ার করবেন টাইমলাইনে, আপনাদের টাইমলাইনে, যাতে পিপল যারা ক্যানাডার ব্যাপারে ইন্টারেস্টেড, স্পেশালি ইন Saskatchewan Polytechnic, so they could be benefited through this live video, because this live video will continue till 1 hour, next 1 hour, and it will be completely an informative session, because আমরা অনেক সময় দেখা যাচ্ছে যে আমাদের যারা রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ, they can't come always in our country and to give you the guidelines. So this live session we have organized because that through this live session you can know each and everything, because we'll discuss one by one topic. So definitely be with us, and if you have any question, any particular question regarding your courses, regarding any fees, regarding scholarship, just feel free to ask. We'll try to answer your question on live. And also, if you are planning to ask any question on live session, please comment your academic results, passing year, and IELTS score, so that we can answer you properly after assessment. So, Sushil, before starting the serious part, I mean the topics discussion, then we can have a video. We can have a promo video of Saskatchewan Polytechnic. Okay? So let's have
fantastic.
Yes, let's have the video first.
As a child, people ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? It seems like you had a lifetime to decide.
Kick the dust off your back, don't look back.
When that time comes, what will you become?
Give all the days, you know, a fake heart attack. You were made for this. You can feel it inside your bones. You were made for this, and it's time you let the world know who you are, what you know, what's happening right now. So run, it's a new day. Run, it's time to embrace. Breathe, in and out, and love, let it all let the light fade into all the colors that make you. Let the light fade into all the colors that make you. Run, it's a new day. Run, it's time to embrace. Breathe, let it out, and love, let it all. Just let it
Real education, real careers, real success. Saskatchewan Polytechnic, tomorrow in the making.
Yes, it's a fantastic video. Actually,
Wonderful.
this is a very motivational video as well, because people should think. I always say students that you try to become what you are, what you want to be, and don't copy others. Don't try to follow others, because you have the capacity. You have own capacity, your own way. So you just think. I mean, you just see your dream. You just dream. and just chase it. When you just chase all the challenges, definitely you can become what you want. And Canada is such a platform where you will not be forced to do anything that is not your choice. So in Canada, you can do whatever you want, what you would like to become. So Canada is such a place, and institutions are giving such platform where you can explore your own world. So that is called Canadian education system. So Sunil, actually, yes, we all know that Canadian education system is so experiential learning system, learning based, and practical based, right? And hands-on experience based. So, I mean, could you please tell something about why people should consider Canada about their higher studies?
Well, that's a great thing you brought up about Canada as being a preferred destination for higher education for students right now, especially international students. And in the last few years, we have seen a tremendous increase in the numbers of international students traveling to Canada for higher education from all countries around the world, especially countries in the region, Bangladesh. The numbers have been growing every day. I think primarily, first thing that I would say about Canada, the destination, is it's a very safe country. So it's a very safe place to be in. It's because it's multicultural. So there are people from all cultures, from all over the world, because Canada is made up of immigrants, and it continues to welcome immigrants every year in large numbers. So I think that is one of the main reasons that for a person, as a parent, I have my daughter studying there. She went last year. As a parent, as a student, as a newcomer, I want to go to a place where I feel safe and I am respected for my culture. I have no discrimination. All those things, because we hear a lot of bad things also. So Canada, I think that's one of the basic reasons that in the last few years, people who have gone, their great experience of having lived in the country, experience the education system, and Canada has among the top most education system in the world. It is recognized as top three higher education quality being delivered there across all levels, post-secondary especially. So that those are good things. Then I would say also affordability, because Canada today, if you look at all the destinations, especially English-speaking countries, if you look at, among them, Canada is the most affordable place to go for your higher education. And then the option of choosing college and a university, you have that option. Universities for those who are looking at academic careers, who are looking at research, masters, PhDs. So of course, there are great universities in Canada, topmost universities, and colleges for those who are looking at employability, who are looking at skills and knowledge that they become employable and become part of the Canada's workforce. As we all know, Canada is a nation with a large number of older people, with a retiring workforce, where they need young people to come replace them to just keep the economy growing. So
Exactly.
that's wonderful. So it gives a great opportunity for someone who comes as a student, learns skills, culture, everything about Canada, and then very seamlessly integrates into the workforce, gets a job. Because at the colleges, it's our responsibility to equip them with uh, skills and knowledge and make them employable. And we work very closely with employers in our region, and businesses, industries, everyone. In fact, our programs are created are there because of what is known as labor market demand. So this demand comes from the industry, that we need these kind of people. We need people with these skills. So then we design a program. Then with the inputs from the industry. So what it does is that it's an industry-driven program that we have. So that's great. In Canada, I think also the we have excellent healthcare system in Canada. And
Exactly.
those of you who have been following Canada in the recent couple of months in this unfortunate times of COVID-19, will see that Canada has done a tremendous job of containing the pandemic, and a lot of provinces are now on a downward trend, and slowly restrictions are being eased. And healthcare is among the best in the world. In fact, Saskatchewan province students are covered under free healthcare. Even
Wow.
international students,
Wow, great.
are covered. So for now, so there are a lot of good things. These are some of the reasons I believe people choose, and excellent. And then what I always say is the icing on the cake, the opportunity, the postgraduate work permit, the opportunity
Exactly.
linked with your studies. You do a 1 year or 2 year program, and you get a opportunity to stay back to work and earn, and then a permanent settlement, if that is what you intend, a permanent residency, a clear pathway. There's no ambiguity there. It's very straightforward. You come as a student, you do your program successfully, you learn it, you get the job, and you have a way to become a permanent resident. So
Yeah,
I
exactly,
think
and it's a lifelong opportunity. I mean, for the
absolutely, absolutely,
permanent opportunity actually. When someone is going to Canada for higher studies, so definitely he is going to be settled down. Then their parents, their family. So it's a very big achievement. So far, I believe that if someone
absolutely.
is getting opportunity to study in some Canadian universities or colleges, so it's a lifelong opportunity.
Yeah,
Definitely, and as you have said, we always discuss about the matter of college and university because people are confused. People are really
yeah,
confused that some people sometimes they are saying that I have started in a university. Why should I go to
yeah,
college in Canada? And the parents they are also very confused. But uh, here they should think that what my child want to become, and the
yes,
student they should think that what I want. If they want that I should have a good job, I should have a professional background, I should have a better career in some industry, so definitely college could be a good option, best option, because college provides the practical education, so that students
absolutely,
job oriented education, so students will be ready for the job immediately after the graduation. So that you need to
absolutely.
understand. But if you need to research, if you want to be a academician, like if you want to be a lecturer, if you want to be a professor, if you want to research with some subjects, some topics, then definitely universities are most research based, you can go for it. But truly speaking, if you come to join in industry through some professional courses, skill based courses, then college is the right choice without any doubt. So just don't mix up with the things. And sometimes getting admission in research universities or universities pretty high, pretty tough, pretty strict over there. But colleges are a bit flexible in terms of admission requirement, in terms of IELTS requirement, in terms of even fees itself. Like colleges fees
Fees,
are quite
especially
affordable.
fees. Yeah,
Fees also
yeah,
affordable. So that's the basic thing. And mostly in colleges the courses are that practical based, not the theoretical based. You don't need to
yeah,
read books all the time, you will work in real life. I mean,
yeah.
you will just learn and work. So that's the beauty of the college education. So this is a very tough thing for us as a consultant also to let them understand that actually why
I
college
would,
exists.
yeah, I would just like to add to what you have said, and very rightly, that the thought that comes from all of us is based on our culture, our background, where we are. So, in this region, in South Asia, everyone goes to does a bachelor's, then a master's, and whatever, and that's how it works. Everyone only goes and does those things. So we are unable to, I would say, have that context to understand that Canada is different. Over there, you have to understand, if you're looking for a job, if you're looking to get hired immediately, quickly, then going to college is the best option, and
Exactly.
affordable option also. I think affordability is the key word as well, because, and that doesn't stop you to do your masters or degrees and all those things, because this is a process. You can do that, gain your PR, and then continue to do whatever you
No,
choose to do.
actually, Sushil, the problem is here, that in Bangladesh, India, that most of the companies they look for, because especially in Bangladesh, I would say India has a little bit changed nowadays. But in Bangladesh, what is happening? We don't have such kind of diploma, such kind of professional diploma. So people are
Yeah, yeah.
always, the companies they always look for the the masters, MBA. Okay, so they are
See,
looking always
that
look for
is,
that.
yeah, that in India also, that's because, that is what is available. So they have that
Exactly,
choice.
exactly. So,
But in Canada, quite have a,
the parents and students they have a mind set up that if I don't have MBA, if I don't have masters, then what is the use of studying? But definitely, if you have a skill-based diploma, skill-based learning of certificate, definitely you can do better than that master's holder, because here
that's what I'm
learning
saying.
is important. Exactly.
Yeah, it is the context. In this
Yes.
context, what they are doing is exactly correct, because they otherwise they will not get hired. They don't do that MBA and masters and all that. Nobody's going to hire them probably. But in Canada, it's a very different context.
Different
In
context.
fact, for certain jobs, if you have a master's, you are overqualified. The company may not hire you because, and I've seen that they say you have a lot of knowledge. That's what's happening with even university graduates in Canada. They tell them you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of theory, but can you actually work, can you do something? And they are not, because they're not trained for that. But colleges, we train people to work,
Exactly.
how to work, and that's what it is. And I think at the end of the at the end of the day, everyone is looking for a good job, a return on the investment,
Yes.
and a good path, and that the college does provide them that, of course.
Exactly. So, Sushil, we just have talked the primary things of Canada, about colleges and universities. So let's talk about the Saskatchewan Polytechnic. So, as we know that there are a lot of colleges, public
Yeah.
colleges based in different provinces in Ontario, British Columbia, and some other province like Saskatchewan. So, how do you define Saskatchewan Polytechnic? Why it is could be a best option, best choice for students, and why? I mean, about the location of this college, where it is, and how many campuses do you have?
Of course. So I'll just tell to everyone who is viewing this, that first of all, I want to tell you all public colleges in Canada across provinces deliver high quality education. Okay, so we don't say that we are better than someone else. We all are higher education in Canada is provincial, so we report to our province. So we report to the Ministry of Higher Education in our province. We the guidelines. So we are regulated by them. Our quality check is done by them. Our monitoring is done by the government. We are a public college, a public fund college. So we are all held to certain high standards. So all public colleges across Canada are good. They are beauty. Now, Saskatchewan Polytechnic. Saskatchewan Polytechnic is the largest public college in the province of Saskatchewan. Like you had mentioned in the beginning, there are three large public institutions in Saskatchewan, namely University of Saskatchewan, University of Regina, and Saskatchewan Polytechnic.
Exactly.
Saskatchewan Polytechnic, we have nearly 15,000 students across full-time and part-time programs, out of which 1,500 are international. So a small percentage, a decent number of international students, but not very large. So what it means is, for international students, that they will have good number of domestic students studying with them in the classes, because you're not just going for the learning, you're also going for the experience the Canadian culture, also, improving your language abilities when you are with Canadians. So that's what we offer. Saskatchewan Polytechnic has 4 campuses across 4 different locations, 4 different cities, namely Moose Jaw, Regina, Saskatoon, and Prince Albert. These are 4 locations. Now, students don't get to choose a campus generally. All the campuses, first of all, are sufficient. They are independent campuses in different cities, having everything that a college or an institution should have. So, right, all facilities, library, gyms, all things, everything they have that are required to support or run an institution at a very high level. Uh, Basically, students go to a particular campus based on the program they choose. So campuses are program based. So if you choose, say, an engineering program, you're most likely going to Saskatoon campus. If you're choosing a business program, you're going to Moose Jaw campus. However, some programs, very few programs, are delivered across more than one campus or more than one location. In that case, yes, students do have an option or a choice of selecting a campus that they want to go. Having said that, it doesn't matter which campus you go to, because you are going to Saskatchewan Polytechnic. Each campus is similar in terms of facilities, in terms of faculty, in terms of quality of education. So that doesn't make a difference. So that's one part. We are now, a lot of people will think why we are Polytechnic. Now that's interesting. We are a college basically, but we are Polytechnic because what we talked earlier, we we deliver industry focused programs. We deliver uh, applied research. We do some applied research also at our college. We also our programs are totally industry driven. So and then we have programs across all branches, across all sectors and fields. So we are a comprehensive college. We have right from School of Business to health sciences to engineering to construction, to, you name it, transportation, everything. We cover all aspects of employment for Saskatchewan. Also here, I would like to add that in Canada, public colleges, also known as community colleges, uh, set up were set up by the government to prepare skilled workforce for the industry and employers in the region. So in our college or in the University of Saskatchewan, you will not find an aerospace program because there's no aerospace industry in Saskatchewan province. So for that, probably you'll have to go somewhere in Ontario. And that's the role of colleges. We deliver programs which are in demand, which are
in that particular
cost
province.
in our province. So that's one good thing because you're not studying something which doesn't lead to a job,
Exactly.
and so you are kind of assured. We have a very high, being a polytechnic, we have a very high employment rate, final grad placement rate. We have a grad placement rate of 94%, which is very high. So 94% of our graduates who complete their program successfully find a job within 6 months of passing
Wow,
out.
great.
So that's, I believe, also an example or confirms our credibility and the good work we do. Saskatchewan as a province, if you look at the map of Canada, is a central province. It's in the middle of Canada. Most of you have heard of Ontario and British Columbia, I believe. We are surrounded on the west by Alberta and then British Columbia, on the east Manitoba and then Ontario. So it's like really in the middle. Saskatchewan has a population of 1.1 million, 11 lakhs only, and that's very small population actually, even by Canadian standards. And that's why Saskatchewan actually needs people. They need people much more desperately than Ontario and British Columbia. Because today, what's happening? Most of the rush, most of the people are going to Ontario or British Columbia. The reason being they have family, friends, that's the only place they've heard of, and the place you hear of, you just go to that place generally. But Saskatchewan is the place where the need of people is. So we are seeing in the last few years a lot of students, a lot of new immigrants to Canada moving from Ontario and other provinces to Saskatchewan because of more opportunities, more jobs, and for students especially, a faster permanent residency pathway, which
Exactly.
I'm not an expert and I don't talk about. And the students, they can contact you, Syed, for more details on the nominee program. So Saskatchewan has what's known as Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program,
Yes, I did.
SINP.
Exactly.
Yeah, anyone can Google it. You can go onto the website. It's a government website. It gives you clear, pathway how you can become a permanent resident in Saskatchewan much faster than any other province. I think it is among the best nominee programs across Canada. So what I'm
Exactly.
trying to say is Saskatchewan actually has a need of people. The mainstay of the economy is agriculture because it's a flat land, the base, and mineral resources. A lot of mining and all other activities also happen there. So that gives rise to all peripheral industry sectors also, like banking, finance, and all those things. IT has grown actually in the last few years in a big way, and that's why we've added programs in IT. So, like I said, our programs are industry driven. Industry comes to us, tells us, hey, we need project managers now. So we started a project management program just based on the industry demand. So whatever programs we have, they're based on industry demand. And what that means is, end of the day, at end of the program, there's a job attached to that program because that's the need of the industry. So then Saskatchewan Polytechnic, we have programs. We have programs in business. So we have undergraduate diplomas. Colleges usually have. So college.
Still,
Sorry.
we'll talk about the programs
Okay.
later on.
So this is about college.
But I need
And,
to know. I need to know the things that your main campus is Saskatoon, right? The
No,
most of the programs.
no, we don't have any main campus as such. So that's what I was trying to say. If you Saskatoon, usually people think is the main campus because I think that's where our administrative leadership sits. But like all business programs, all our School of Business is in Moose Jaw. So a lot of students go to business programs. So it's in Moose Jaw. Regina is another. It's the capital of Saskatchewan. So a lot of programs there. It doesn't matter. We don't have any main campus. In fact, when I joined, I was also asked them which is the main campus. So there's no such thing as main campus. We have our international offices are in each campus. We have advisors, counselors. You'll find everything at each campus. So there is no problem with that.
Sushil, so let's have a video of your campuses and some
Please.
video of your college. Let's have the video first.
Sure. I love it.
If you're new to Sask Polytech or even to Saskatchewan, let me tell you a little bit about our locations. We have a campus in each of the 4 largest cities in the province. Our Saskatoon campus offers more than 50 programs, everything from business and culinary arts to veterinary technology and welding. Saskatoon is known as the Bridge City and has a population of about 250,000. Regina is almost about the same size and is the capital of the province. Here, our campus has 2 sites and about 30 programs that can prepare you for a satisfying career in nursing, health sciences, early childhood education, the industrial trades, and much more. Our Prince Albert campus, with its 2 buildings, serves as the hub of post-secondary education in north central Saskatchewan. Here, in this city of 45,000, many students are drawn to our programs in natural resources, human services, and community safety. Moose Jaw is a city of about 33,000 that is rich in history and heritage. Popular programs at our Moose Jaw campus prepare students for careers in business, engineering technology, and professional cooking. Public transit serves all of our campuses, but if you're driving, you can park in one of our student lots using a day pass or a prepaid parking card. You can buy these cards at our campus bookstores. Finally, we offer many courses through online distance learning, so no matter where you are in the province, Sask Polytech has something for you.
Yes, it's just a quick idea about your all campuses.
Nice.
So
Very nice. Yeah.
we'll take a question. One student, he's looking for postgraduate program in infectious disease and tropical medicine. Do you have any kind of such program in postgraduate level?
I would like to repeat here, all masters and PhD programs are only at universities. Colleges do not have masters. No college has a master's program. We do have postgraduate programs. We call them postgraduate certificates or postgraduate diplomas. And like all of programs, they're very specialized, very focused at job-related things. So because colleges don't go to pure research, so we wouldn't have things like. Of course, we have certain healthcare programs, not at postgraduate level.
Yeah, exactly. So, Sushil, now we'll discuss about the courses and the programs. Like, as we know that you are offering both undergrad and postgrad certificate courses. So, we'd like to know about all the programs you offer under these 2 sections.
Sure. So I'll just start with what we call a different school or departments, as we call them. So first we have School of Business. So under School of Business, we have certain undergraduate diplomas. See, we have 3 kinds of credentials. We have a 1-year certificate, we have a 2-year diploma, or a bachelor's degree, applied bachelor's degree of 4 years. So, but mostly Canadians will come for a diploma program and go to work, and then move on to the bachelor's degree with transferring their credits to university. I'll talk about that as well. So in School of Business, we have a business diploma with 6 specializations. This is an undergraduate business diploma. 6 specializations: accountancy, financial services, HR, insurance, management, and marketing. So these are 2-year specialized diplomas. 4 of these have co-ops. So co-ops are like work terms. These are like internships, which are an integral part of the program. So let's say student goes in September, starts the program. In Canada, each semester is 4 months. So September to December, January to April, they will study in the college. Then May to August, they will go and work. They go to an industry or a business or wherever, depending on what they are studying, for 4 months. In those 4 months, they will be paid and they will also learn about that work, about that industry. Then they'll come back to the college for 1 semester, then go back again, then come back and maybe go back again and finish. So depending on the program, whether it's engineering, business, so that's how the co-ops are set up. And co-op is a great way of learning. Practical experiential learning. Not all programs have co-ops, but around 11 of our programs have co-ops. There are certain postgraduate certificates in business. We have a PG certificate in business accountancy. We have and that prepares a person to work in the accounting field in Canada. It also contributes towards their path for becoming a CPA, a chartered professional accountant in Canada. If somebody is looking to do that at some point, studying in our PG certificate business accountancy will help them in getting some exemptions in the CPA later on. So they will cover certain subjects which they will require in CPA, so they already have covered those. So that's a good program. Then we have PG certificate in business management. Again, a 1-year program. General business programs covers a lot of aspects of business management, including HR, accounting, finance, all those things. So they get a sense of it's a general overview. Then we have a PG certificate in coming up in now January, financial services. Excellent program again, focused on investment banking and financial portfolio management and all that. And lastly, we have a program, supply chain management. All these 4 PG certificates, entry requirement is a bachelor's degree in any field. Yeah. This is about this. Our IELTS requirement, now I'll just mention here, for all these programs, whether it's undergraduate or postgraduate, across all programs, mostly all programs, is 6.5 overall. However, we will accept a band or 2 band at 5.5 or even at 5. So if you have a 5 in one band, you have an overall of 6.5, we will give you admission. But maybe you still need to improve your IELTS because of visa, 5 may be too low. That you can always do later on. But for admission purposes, if you have a 6.5 overall and you have 5.5 in one module, which usually happens, you can apply, get an offer letter, and continue to maybe if you want to improve your IELTS, or I think that's decent IELTS to apply for a visa also. So these are our business programs. Then we have School of Construction. We have a very fantastic program here, a Bachelor of Construction Management, we call it. It's just a 2-year program. And the entry requirement is a bachelor's degree in civil engineering. A bachelor's degree in civil engineering or a bachelor's degree in architecture. So international students need a bachelor's degree in civil engineering or architecture to get an entry into this program. It's a 2-year program only, focused on construction management, and you get a Canadian bachelor's degree, which is very, very valuable when you find a job or when you apply for PR, because bachelor's degree gives you more points. So that's an added advantage. Then in School of Health Sciences, we have a program known as a 1-year program, Continuing Care Assistant, an excellent program. It's focused on people working in, where in those care homes or nursing homes and places like that. They have Health Information Management System program, a very good program, 2-year program. A lot of people after bachelor's come to this program. Those who have a medical background can also get into this program, Health Information Management. Today data is so important in every sphere of work. So Health Information Management works on that data and uses that data. So it's a Health Information Management System. A lot of hospitals need people with these kind of training and skills. Then we have a program, therapeutic recreation diploma, again a 2-year program, and it has alternate intake. So we had an intake in 2019. Now the next intake will be 2021. Excellent program. Then we have School of Tourism and Hospitality, in which we have a food and nutrition management diploma, hotel and restaurant management, and a professional cook, which I believe you also saw in the video that you had shown, a 1-year program for those people who want to become professional cooks, specialized. We also have a recreation and community development diploma. I just want to tell you one thing. A lot of people think these undergraduate diplomas are only for students who have high school. Of course, that's the eligibility thing. But we get a lot of students who have done a bachelor's, let's say in business, maybe in hotel management, and they're coming for diploma in hotel management or food and nutrition. We get students with, bioscience or like a food science bachelor's degree wanting to come into food and nutrition management. So you can always look at that. Then we have a program. We have a School of Human Services and Community Safety, in which we have a very good program, Early Childhood Education. This is a very high demand program. It is delivered across 3 of our campuses. Excellent program, 2-year program. We have occupational health and safety. I'm just mentioning some key programs. Of course, for details, prominent consultants are the best people to guide you, and you can always visit our website. We have the School of Information and Communication Technology, which is very, very important. We have a Business Information Systems Diploma program, an excellent 2-year program, a mix of business and IT, which is a perfect combination to get really good jobs. Then we have, of course, Computer Systems Technology Diploma. We have a Graphic Communication program also. We have Media Production. We have Library and Information Technology program. And these are all undergraduate. Then we have certain postgraduate certificates in IT. These are very good programs. We have a PG in cybersecurity. We have a PG in software developer, a PG in technology management, and very recently we have added a PG in project management. And the project management PG is actually open to any engineering graduate. It could be mechanical, electrical, civil as well, but of course computer science and IT also. Then we have School of Mining, Energy and Manufacturing, in which we have CAM engineering, chemical technology, computer engineering, electrical engineering, electronic, a whole range. We have engineering design and drafting, an excellent program. We have innovative manufacturing. We have instrumentation engineering technology. We have mechanical engineering, of course. We have mining engineering. We have power engineering. So a lot of these programs, excellent programs. One thing I just like to add here, all our programs, 2-year diplomas, almost 90% of them credit transfers to universities. So what it means is we have agreements with universities across Canada, besides in Saskatchewan, where depending on the program, you can apply to them and you will get entire credits for your 2 years, and you will directly be admitted of the bachelor's degree. So that means you don't lose anything. So you do a bachelor's in 4 years, 2 years of diploma and 2 years of bachelor's degree. And that you can do later on. You need not do it immediately. You can do a diploma, get a job, get your PR, and then proceed for your bachelor's at a reduced cost, because at the time you become a domestic student. Then we have a School of Natural Resources and Built Environment, under which we have Bioscience Technology Diploma, Civil Engineering, Environmental Engineering, and GIS, Geographic Information Science program. We also have School of Transportation, in which we have these 1-year certificates, very, very focused trade certificates like Automotive Service Technician, Heavy Equipment, Truck and Transport Technician. So a lot of these programs. So this is kind of our entire range of programs. If you go to our website, you'll see a lot of other programs. So you'll say, oh, I would apply to this fantastic program. Unfortunately, not all of them are open to international students for various reasons. Sometimes it's limitation of seats, because first preference is given to Canadians, residents of Saskatchewan. And certain programs have some prerequisites or some requirements which international students cannot come to. They need some certifications which you can get only in Canada. Or certain programs have requirement that you have to be a permanent resident before getting a license for that program. Like medical lab technologist, like radiologist, radiography program. We have those programs. but they are not open for international students. So our tuition fees, should I mention it here, Sayed?
Tuition fees, actually, I will talk about this later on.
Okay,
But before that, I have some specific
so
questions.
these are our programs, yeah.
Exactly. So before that, I have some specific question, as you have said about co-op, right? So in diploma program, you have co-op. So far, we know that in diploma courses, mostly you have 4 semesters. So how many semesters
Yes.
they can get co-op? 1 semester or 2 semesters?
Depends. Minimum is 2, max is 3.
Max is 3.
So, yeah, so certain programs like engineering, 1 or 2 engineering programs, they have 3 co-ops. So actually you complete the program in 3 years, but 1 year of that is work experience. So your cost of living, your everything remains same, because technically you are doing 4 or 5
That's what I'm
semesters.
saying. If the course is 2 years, and if out of 2 years, if he does 1 year co-op, then he's doing just 1 year course. I mean 1 year academic.
No,
Is it
it
like
is
that, or-
always beyond 2 years.
Oh,
It is
okay.
beyond 2 years. Co-op programs go beyond 2 years. They will be either 2.5 or 3 years.
3 years. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So yes, dear viewers, it's a good option that if you get 2 terms co-op minimum, so it almost 8 months co-op, and you can almost recover your 1 year fees. It's near about, so it's a very good option. Not only the fees you are recovering, the another important side is that you are getting opportunity to make connection with the companies during your study period. So after graduation, you don't feel uncomfortable to apply for a job, because these companies could hire you for their future journey as you have completed co-op with them. So, Sushil, another question, like I would like to say that people, as you know, that your postgraduate certificate level, most of the programs are 1 year, and people have certain confusion that if they go for 1 year program, so it won't be that much helpful for applying for PR. So, in that case, what is the solution from you?
Yeah, so 2 things. Yeah, you're right, because as we know, a 1 year program results in 1 year postgraduate work permit. And that's why students want to go for at least a 2 year program, so they get a longer work permit up to 3 years. So what we have done, there are 2 options to do it. One is based on this demand and this feedback, we have bundled certain programs. So we have created bundled option. So we will give you a combined offer letter for 2 programs at the very beginning, like business management and supply chain management, technology management and software developer, or business management and business accountancy. So we will give you two offers, so combined into one. So 1+1, as we call it, which again is like a 2-year program, which is accepted by IRCC. The other thing is, students can also choose their own. So suppose somebody wants to come in the beginning for supply chain management and then wants to do, let's say, technology management, or they want to start with financial management and then do business management, they can do that. So once they have chosen a program, they get a visa for that, they come to Canada, they can apply for the second program, or even before coming, they can apply for the second program. We'll give them an offer for that. And as you know, it's not very difficult to extend the study visa while you are in Canada. Once you have an offer letter or valid offer letter, it's not a problem. So there are a lot of ways by which you actually do a 1+1 program and move on to getting a longer postgraduate work permit.
Exactly. So, dear viewers, আমি বাংলায় একটু এক্সপ্লেইন করি। সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমরা অনেক সময় আমরা এই ধরনের ইনকোয়ারি পেয়ে থাকি যে 1 বছরের কোর্সে পড়লে ইউ আর গেটিং 1 ইয়ার ওয়ার্ক পারমিট, এন্ড 2 বছরের কোর্সে গেলে ইউ আর গেটিং 3 ইয়ার্স অফ ওয়ার্ক পারমিট। সো এখানে একটা ব্যাপার আছে, এটা কিন্তু আসলে ডিউরেশন না, ইট ডাজন্ট মিন দ্য ডিউরেশন, ইটস দ্য স্টাডি, the number of years of study, like the study duration. I mean, it could be 1+1 or it could be 2 years. So it's not like that the program should have a 2 years duration itself. It's not like that. It is like that you need to finish 2 years of study, 2 years of full-time study. So এটা কিন্তু 1 বছর প্লাস 1 বছর হতে পারে। তো যেমন সাসকাচুয়ান পলিটেকনিকে কিন্তু মোস্ট অফ দ্য পোস্ট গ্রাজুয়েট সার্টিফিকেট কোর্সগুলো 1 বছরের, হ্যাঁ, বাট তারা কিন্তু এভাবে অফার লেটার দিচ্ছে যে আপনি ফার্স্ট ইয়ার করলেন সাপ্লাই চেইন, সেকেন্ড ইয়ারে আপনি করলেন বিজনেস ম্যানেজমেন্ট, অথবা আপনি ফার্স্ট ইয়ারে করলেন বিজনেস ম্যানেজমেন্ট, সেকেন্ড ইয়ারে করলেন আপনি সাপ্লাই চেইন ম্যানেজমেন্ট। ঠিক তেমনি আইটিতে যেমন আপনার টেকনোলজি ম্যানেজমেন্ট করতে পারেন, আবার সফটওয়্যার ডেভেলপমেন্ট করতে পারেন। সো এটা কিন্তু কম্বিনেশন করে আপনি 1+1 করতে পারেন, অথবা আপনি চাইলে 1 বছরের কোর্সে আপনি এখন গেলেন, হ্যাঁ, আপনি হয়তোবা 2 বছরের 1+1টা আপনি এখন নিলেন না, ফর এক্সাম্পল আপনি 1 বছরের কোর্সে আপনি গেলেন, ফর এক্সাম্পল সফটওয়্যার ডেভেলপমেন্টে, বাট আপনি 1 বছর শেষ হতে হতে আপনি আরেকটা কোর্সে অ্যাডমিশন নিয়ে আপনি এক্সটেনশন করতে পারেন, দ্যাট কুড বি পসিবল অ্যাজ ওয়েল। সো এখানে ব্যাপারটি হচ্ছে সামহাউ টু গেট 3 years ওয়ার্ক পারমিট, সামহাউ ইউ নিড টু finish 2 years of study. It could be 2 years of any program or 2 years in 2 programs. তো যারা 2 years in 2 program সিলেক্ট করছেন তাদের জন্য একটা অ্যাডিশনাল বেনিফিট আছে, সেটি হচ্ছে যেমন ধরেন you are studying 2 years HR and you are studying 1 year HR and 1 year project, or 1 year business, 1 year supply. Then what is happening, you know, that in 2 years you are getting 2 subjects specialization, HR and supply chain. So in the job market you can drop your CV in 2 fields rather than submitting your CV in 1 field. So it's a good thing that if you choose 1+1 to different subject, so it will give you some additional specialization, like so you are specialized in 2 subjects, so it will enrich your CV as well. So definitely please don't be confused unnecessarily, that the main theme is in that way. So it's not like that you have to choose 2 years program from this from Bangladesh. You can choose also 1 year and next you can extend. Every students are doing in such way. So Susil, so now we'll go for the tuition fees part, and tuition fees part and the payment policy, what kind of installment you are offering, and also the scholarships you are offering for students.
So our tuition ranges from $14,000 to $18,000 depending on the programs, of course, so per year. So it depends on the program. For example, business diplomas, they are, for example, around $14,000 per year, and then you have some other fees. So total fees for 1 year would be around $15,500 for a diploma program, going up to like $20,000 for mechanical engineering program. So so that's depending on the program, because engineering programs have labs, equipment requirements, so they're a little more expensive. Business programs don't have that. So that is the range. Our maximum range is 18,000 for the tuition. That's the upper limit for our tuition. Then you have living costs, of course. Beyond that, we don't have any hostels or campus residences, but we do help in finding accommodation. One is through a homestay way. The other is also, there are a lot of students already in Saskatchewan, international students, and I'm sure prominent consultants and students. So, you can connect with them. They can guide you, because a lot of what is happening, there are a lot of international students who stay together, rent an apartment or something on a sharing basis. A lot of time people are leaving because they're graduating, they get a job, they're moving. So there is always that happening. But we help with that. With scholarships, we don't have any entry scholarships, so I just want to make it clear. But we do have scholarships. Once you are a student at the college, you have access to quite a few scholarships. These scholarships are given by organizations, foundations, individuals, for various reasons. Primarily, they have different criteria. But of course, academic performance is one of the criteria. So how you have performed. Being a Saskatchewan Polytechnic student is the main is the eligibility requirement. And then of course they will have things of maybe have you done any volunteer work, have you done this, that. Some scholarships are exclusively for girls. Some scholarships are there for international students. So a lot of those things. But remember, as a public college, our fees is low. This is public money. But scholarships are from individuals. So scholarships are not very large. Like you might have heard of universities giving $5,000, $10,000. If you look, university tuitions are also very high. Even after that $10,000 scholarship in Canada, the fees will still remain in 20s or 30s. But having said that, there are scholarship, financial aids, bursaries that are available to students once they join Saskatchewan Polytechnic.
What about the fees payment policy, the installment system?
Yes. So what happens when you apply, application is online and prominent consultants will do that entire process. They know how to do it. Everything is online. There's an application fees of $150 to pay. We take approximately 15 working days, 3 weeks to process an application, give you an offer, and then we give you 60 days, 2 months to make the initial deposit to reserve your seat, and that is one semester tuition. So we need just one semester tuition. We are not asking for the full year fees we don't need that. But maybe you will have to do that before you apply for visa, because I think visa people want to see that, you have the funds and all that. But to reserve a seat, initial deposit, which ranges from 9,500 to 10,500 Canadian dollars, depending on the program, that's the upper limit. So that's the requirement, 60 days, which I believe is a good time. In the current situation, we know because of lockdown and all these situations, certain students did ask for an extension in the deadline. We have given them as and when required, because we know the situation. A lot of places, banks are closed, people cannot come out of their homes, all that. We do that. So, but we just need one semester tuition, and we reserve a seat for you. Yeah.
Okay. And one more thing that, as you know, that the people are not able to sit for IELTS at this moment, or TOEFL or PG. So, I mean, are you accepting Duolingo test that all of the institutions are accepting?
Absolutely. So we have started accepting Duolingo as an alternative test for English language proficiency for admission purposes. We require a score of 105 overall, and that's all that we require. If the students, as you said, Duolingo, they can do online from home.
Exactly.
So 105 overall, they can apply. Incidentally, we are not only accepting applications for September, we are also open for January. There are very limited programs in January, but there are programs in January, and we are open. Right now, people can apply for January also. We do not have any May intakes.
No, we found that the seats of Saskatchewan Polytechnic, especially postgrad, is closing very fast.
Already full. Many programs are full.
So it's a high demandable college, definitely.
Very high demand. Very high demand.
So definitely,
programs are on wait list already.
Wait list, yes. So every 15 days, I am getting an email from Saskatchewan Polytechnic that which seats are open for us. So we are feeling very afraid that if I am applying and if the seats are closed, then what will happen? So this is a very students, you should be more careful before applying, because that you should apply earlier before at least 4 to 5 months before or 6 months before of the semester. So it's very important, because you always look for the deadline. Here I want to make clear something about your deadlines, because sometimes in the website you can see the deadline is, for example, for September, the deadline is, for example, 31st of May, and you are waiting for deadline. And what is happening, you don't know the internal things, what is going on, but we know the things as we are working as an agent of those colleges. What is happening, if the seats are filled, on 30th April, so there is no way to get chance in that intake, even though the deadline is 31st of May. So that things you need to keep in your mind, that deadline doesn't mean that you still have time to apply. Deadline means that is the maximum timeline, and if the seats are closed before the deadline, so the intake will be stopped. In most of the universities, we get this kind of emails that which programs are open, which are not, even though there is a specific deadline for the program, but still, if the seats are filled before the deadline, then there is no way for the application for the particular intake. You have to apply for the next available intake. So please don't, keep yourself like lazy, and don't keep yourself like not to apply. So we have deadline, so don't just forget about the deadline. If you are ready with your all documents, just write away, because tomorrow you are planning to apply. That tomorrow is really uncertain for you, because the Canadian public institution seats are highly demandable. Anytime, any day they can be filled, and especially colleges seats are very very demandable, because if you compare from South Asia, especially, there are a lot of Indian students, they are applying to colleges from other parts of the world, they are targeting the colleges first because of the affordable budget, because of the low requirement. So you have to keep in your mind that don't wait. If you are ready with all documents, don't wait for the deadline, for God's sake, because there are so many students, they are telling me via when is the deadline, sir, when is the deadline, the when I should, I mean, if you are ready, then why you are waiting for the deadline? Just apply, just apply. We are here to support you. And
Absolutely. And I'll
uh,
just like to add here, Sayed, that actually we don't have deadlines. Just 2 or 3 programs have deadlines. We don't have deadlines. What we have is we call it first qualified, first admitted. And just like you rightly said, we get applications every day. And if student is meeting the requirement, we give an offer letter. So we close the program the moment it is filled. So I don't know. Today a seat may be showing there are 10 seats, but you put an application. There are already few applications being processed. By the time you put an application tomorrow, I'll tell you no, there's no seat.
it's
So
good,
you're
yes.
very right. We must apply as early as possible because our seats are limited, especially for international students. We have very high demand programs, as you will realize, and Syed will tell you, a lot of programs are already full for September, and these were full right like in March already. They were full. In spite of the current situation,
You know,
where
just
people are.
I am just talking about one example. This intake, we just applied for student for supply chain for September. You know that second, I mean, after 2 days, when we are trying to apply for some other student, it is saying the September is filled,
Closed, yeah, yeah,
closed.
yeah.
So you need to apply for January.
So
So you
we
know
cannot
that
we cannot
somehow.
predict, and
Yes,
you
yes.
very
Then
rightly said you cannot predict.
somehow we have changed the college. We have the student had a choice for September intake, so we have changed the colleges and we put him in another college. So it's something like that. Today is open, but tomorrow we don't know it will be open or not. So that's why please don't do late. If you are ready with all documents, just apply. So Sushil, that just we need to know about the documents you need for the application for undergraduate program.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's very straightforward. We need grade 10, class 10 onwards, all the mark sheets, transcripts, IELTS or Duolingo, whatever the English language test is available, passport. We just need colored scans of all these documents at time of application, not necessarily notarized, just colored scans. Which of course is very simple, straightforward, and you will process them on behalf, you will send it to us on behalf of the students. That's the way it is done, and that's all the documents we require at the time of application. Sometimes in some programs, if the admission officer, maybe is not sure about a certain document, will have a question, then they will, ask for anything extra or anything. But generally, that's all that is required. A lot of programs will eventually also mention that they need the transcripts from the college or the university to be sent. And that we know in the current situation, we are giving more time, but they have to be sent, I think, a month before they start the classes. So
Exactly. So, Sushil,
it's very
we are just
straightforward, not
yes,
complex.
yes. So we are just end of the live session. Already we have
Sure.
talked about everything, all the matters of Saskatchewan Polytechnic and about Canada, about college and about co-op. Everything we have covered. So, anything you would like to say which I did not ask you, or anything we have not discussed in your mind? Do you remember?
I think I would like to talk about the current situation. A lot of
Exactly. The COVID-19.
students and their parents, the COVID-19, they're very concerned. There's a lot of news going around. This will happen, that will happen. So I just want to tell everyone that we are getting applications every day. People are making payments and everything is happening. And now with yesterday, with the Immigration Canada making a big announcement about that if you start your program online outside of Canada in your home country, it will not impact your postgraduate work permit. Okay, so that's a great support for the September intake. So what it means is that we will come out with options. See, one thing is very clear. It's not going to be a normal September like every year. All around the world has changed quite a bit for the next, I don't know how much time. But so we are very busy. Our teams at the college are busy right now making preparations to ensure that all the norms, all the regulations by the government are met about social distancing, safety, hygiene, everything. So based on that, We will be delivering programs in a mix of classroom and online. But definitely September is on. There will be programs will happen because, as I mentioned earlier, 90% students are domestic Canadian students, so we have to run the programs for them. But about you, the uncertainty today is for international students. Will they be able to travel? What will happen if they travel? All those things. I think we will have a clarity of these sometime in July. So they should keep in touch with you, all the students. You have all the dates from the college about what's happening this September. So I think that's the best way to get. But I would assure students, I would assure parents that we will come as a college. We will also come up with options. If students don't want to do online, for example, I'm not comfortable, I want to do this, we will have some other option for them, maybe a referral to a future semester or future intake or whatever. So we will come up with some very fair, reasonable options for every student. Because we are a public college, this is not all about money. We know that it's about trust, it's about faith, and it's about a lot of goodwill, and we will certainly do the best.
Exactly. So, Sushil, we are just end of the live session. We'll be closing the live session very soon. So, and the logo color of Saskatchewan Polytechnic is really fantastic. It's a violet color, very charming color. You can see, you can see my flowers. It is also your logo color, and your T-shirt as well. And definitely the color, really, people like this color very much. Anyway, Sushil, thanks for joining this live session.
My pleasure.
And definitely, yes, and definitely, that people are sitting in home and they are feeling sometimes frustrated, sometimes negative. Like they're thinking that, oh, fine, maybe how we don't know that what will happen, but still, you should start researching about your future career, about your future world, about your future days. So you just start thinking of that, and we prominent consultant are here with you, of course, for your global opportunities options, for your international education options. We are here for you to guide you, to give you the best guideline, because we are working with so many Canadian universities and colleges, and we are could be one of the best option to contribute to your future journey. So, Sushil, thank you so much for joining the live session. And any final word you would like to say? Any final word in 1 or 2 lines?
Well, just say that what you said. I'll just repeat that. Canada is a fantastic destination for higher studies for all of you. I'm sure all of you will be able to find your choice of program at any of the college in Canada, and we surely look forward to having a few of you study with us at Saskatchewan Polytechnic. And I thank prominent consultants a lot. They are doing a great job for us there, and exceptionally, because it's so important also for you people as students and parents to have some very ethical professional people advising and guiding you in today's time. That's so critical. So I think prominent consultants doing a great job in Bangladesh, and we support them. And for any future information, guidance, please contact them. Thank you so much. Thank you, Syed. It was a great pleasure.
Exactly. So, dear viewers, we'd like to conclude our live session here. Happy Ramadan to you as well, Ramadan Mubarak. And we have 10 or some more days to finish Ramadan, and we'll be enjoying the Eid festival. Though this Eid will not be a normal Eid like other years, but definitely till now will be celebrate our Eid from our home itself. And be positive, stay in home, stay safe, because there is no other way in our life at this moment due to COVID-19. So stay safe, and let's hope for the best, and think positive, think globally, and try to make yourself skilled, and try to make yourself knowledgeable, definitely, so that it will really give you some positive things in your future life. So thank you so much for watching this live video. We'll meet you in some other live session. We have another live session with Wilfred Laurier University at 10:30 p.m. So don't forget to watch that. We'll definitely catch you on our next live session. Thank you so much.